to many, the road is a calling. To a select few, the road is a lifestyle. A place where they live and work as they journey through some of the most incredible landscape on Earth. Testing themselves and each other. Now, for the first time ever, experience life inside and outside the peloton. As cycling's greatest grant access to their inner circle, all while trying to conquer one of the most incredible races ever conceived. This is the USA Pro Cycling Challenge Epic Mini-Series, Rematch in the Rockies. The wheel was one of the first fundamental inventions of mankind. By harnessing circular physics, a transportation revolution was created. As simple as it is in concept, this device changed the destiny of our species. Today, as these riders train, it's doubtful that any of those thoughts are on their mind. Instead, their eyes are set on sport's newest prize and the extraordinary chapter in American cycling that is about to commence. The inaugural edition of the USA Pro Cycling Challenge will begin in the appropriately named Garden of the Gods and transform roads all over Colorado into a high-altitude endurance test of the highest magnitude. Over 7 days and 6 nights, the men of the peloton will tackle a staggering 36,000 feet of elevation with little oxygen and fewer guardrails. But before they tackle the high Rockies, they must first tackle the adrenaline-inducing roads of this prologue. Prologues are often just warm-ups, but this one is fraught with high-speed peril and tight turns that will surely ruin a few riders' day. But this is all what lies ahead. It is the road that lies behind that makes this race even more interesting.
Once again, welcome to the USA Pro Cycling.
As two men arrive for the initial press conference in Colorado Springs, their shadows loom large over the entire cycling landscape, their fates intertwined. And the atmosphere on this day feels more like a boxing weigh-in than cycling formality, as it reunites the Tour de France victor Cadel Evans with his vanquished foe Andy Schleck.
I'd just like to hear from each of you if you see this race as a rematch, and if not, who you see as the favorites in this race.
If we're good and we're going to climb coast altitude, we might be able to fight it out. But
of course, I hope to beat him, but it's not like the goal why I'm here. And we shouldn't forget this, not only us, there's 137 other riders who are here to win this race, and there's no one here there's no bad riders here. Everybody can win this race, and it's not the personal rematch between Cadel and me.
Evans, a 34-year-old Australian spark plug, who in the past has been called aggressive by sports writers and opponents alike, is now quite simply known as champion after his dominant ride on the stage 20 time trial in cycling's undisputedly greatest race. From the moment he is introduced here in Colorado, every fan and every rider all know what he did and how he did it. This is cycling's de facto hero of the hour. It is a victory so recent that it practically lingers in his eyes an easy smile, but now his victory lap that started on the Champs-Élysées 4 weeks ago is finally over, and the magnetism of the USA Pro Cycling Challenge appears daunting even to Evans.
I think overall the first 3 days are very difficult, and the race is going to be, a lot of it's going to be dictated right in the start. The difficulty of that you're going to also pay for in the last few days. I think for me it's the altitude that's always the thing. A good time trial is going to be very important, and but because there's so much, I think the importance is going to be the first part of the race. A good team's going to be quite important as well.
Here he comes. In prize fight terms, the 5'9" time trial specialist won the Tour de France with the equivalent of a last-minute knockout, and he did it to a man who has a large size and reach advantage over him. It's history today. Hailing from Luxembourg, Andy Schleck undoubtedly arrives in Colorado with plenty of motivation. A tough luck runner-up, not once or twice, but now 3 times at the Tour de France, masks his intensity with an easy smile and a youthful grin. But everyone within range knows that a 94-second defeat will take longer to heal than a typical road injury.
Water.
Water or sugar?
Oh, sugar is also good. Water or sugar, please?
I had a lot of mental stress during the tour. That maybe after the tour everything went kind of down, and I think I need 2-3 days to get into it again, into the feeling again. So it's gonna be brutal hard for me.
Next, meet the home team, Garmin-Cervelo, who are hungry and full of characters unique to the cycling world, when Rematch in the Rockies returns. To live and train at altitude is an immense advantage that cyclists have long realised. It boosts their red cell count and even changes the microscopic structure and function of muscles themselves. But it's unlikely, as they train in the days before the USA Pro Cycling Challenge begins, that any members of Team Garmin-Cervelo are versed enough to know the exact science. What they are well aware of is that there is no substitution for long-term acclimatization to altitude, and that likely their team may be the biggest beneficiary of that fact during this race. Based out of Boulder, Colorado, they have only had to travel less than 100 miles down the front range of the Rockies to set up their base camp.
How long go, more or less? What do you want to do? 3 hours? Yeah, 3 hours. All right.
At times, Team Garmin-Cervelo can seem more like a comedy troupe than a cycling team, and it extends beyond their patented Argyle wardrobe to the zany presence of Dave Zabriskie.
You're going to do this all week?
Yeah, let me get closer. Probably like in here, maybe.
How you working?
It's brand new. I just opened it.
The man they call Captain America is an immensely talented time trialist who has the ability to ride like he's from another planet, and often acts like he's from another planet as well. But the truth is that Zabriskie is a lot tougher than his personality makes him appear, and simply being here, ready to ride after a rough end to the Tour de France, proves that fact.
The tour ended for me on stage 9. Just lost control, hit a concrete block way too hard. Pretty surprised I didn't break anything, but just had too much swelling in my knee and hand to really do anything. I mean, it's been 4 weeks now and I'm still getting like strange bruises just bubbling up out of my legs, so it was a pretty hard hit. I didn't want to leave the tour, and it was hard to leave it this year, and especially the way the team was going with all the success. I didn't want to leave it behind, but that's how it is, and I had to go.
Show the camera your face. Oh. Stung by a bee. And we saw a bear.
Just in here. Can't really see it.
Even without Zabriskie, Garmin-Cervelo had a remarkable run at the Tour de France, finishing first overall in the team category.
Body's feeling good though, everything after Tour de France?
I don't know about that. We'll wait and see.
Oh boy, TV cameras
And
already.
remarkably, it was this man who in his first ever Tour de France was the team's leading rider, finishing 9th overall, proving to himself that his ability to succeed in high-pressure situations matches his remarkable lung capacity.
Yeah, it's really cool. Top secret protein drinks. Can't see this. Greek yogurt. Capri Sun, I don't drink this, but somebody does. Maybe my wife, maybe my son. Oh, it keeps it cold. Ice. But this is the secret stuff here. I pronounce it fag, but it's face.
No, it's faye.
Faye.
It even tells you how to pronounce it on the...
Yeah, don't show anybody.
Tommy Danielson hails from Boulder, Colorado, and now brimming with newfound confidence, the entire peloton will be coming to his own backyard.
Yeah, I think it's really going to add to sort of the you know, the 2011 dream of mine that's coming true, you know, is achieving these great things in cycling. And you know, we talked about racing on home soil and how great of a experience that's going to be, and you know, even greater, what will it be like racing against the guys that you just battled with in the Tour de France on your home turf? I think it's cool, you know. I mean, it's almost like having the Super Bowl in your home state.
This man is the ringleader to the Garmin Cervelo circus. His riders call him simply by his initials, JV, a casual moniker for a man that has a bit of a casual vibe. At just 38 years of age, Jonathan Walters is team manager at an age when some of his peers are still racing. But his early retirement is in contradiction to his intense passion for the sport he loves and the men he leads.
Well, I mean, we've got, you know, a couple Colorado natives on the team. We've got a couple guys that live in Colorado on the team. We've got me being a Colorado native and living in Colorado, helping out the team. You know, I mean, of course, we want to win in our backyard. I mean, we want to show the fans what this team is about and the spirit of this team. I can tell you that the guys are probably every bit as motivated for this race as they were for the Tour de France, that's for sure.
Each member of Team Garmin seems to march to the beat of his or her own drummer. But as they prepare for the USA Pro Cycling Challenge, with perhaps the most horsepower of any team, they intend to put the peloton on guard in the days to come. Coming up, meet Team Radio Shack, whose leader, Levi Leipheimer, will be trying to win back-to-back high-altitude races. When Rematch in the Rockies returns. Team Radio Shack was founded to be a powerhouse. This was the team Lance Armstrong came out of retirement to co-found just 2 years ago, with a world-class support staff, undisputably strong management, and most importantly of all, a talented roster, including the instantly recognizable Levi Leipheimer. Like the now retired Armstrong, Leipheimer is the rare breed of rider who is strong enough in both climbing and time trialing to be an overall threat in any race he enters. But also, like Armstrong, he carries a heavy burden to lead the team. After Leipheimer crashed in stage 6 of the 2011 Tour de France, the critics circled, with accusations that the team had not lived up to its potential. Criticism that Leipheimer believes were unwarranted.
Radio Shack has had a great year outside of the Tour de France. The Tour de France is the race that everyone knows about, and it was one of the worst races of, I'd say, you know, any team I've been a part of. Just crashes and sickness and a lot of things just wrecked our tour. But besides that, in Tour of California, couldn't have gone any better. And now hopefully Tour of Colorado will be the same, a bit of redemption from the Tour de France. I think for myself and a lot of the guys, we've already forgotten about the tour, so it's time to move on.
With his victory in the Tour of Utah just days ago, Leipheimer has already proved that he has indeed moved on.
Just recently a hard time in that Tour of Utah.
Yeah, it was tough. The Colombian team, they gave us a run for our money, and I'm sure they're going to do the same here.
Race co-founder and Team Radio Shack legend Lance Armstrong believes that Levi will be a favourite to win here as well.
He proved that he was strong. He proved he could handle the altitude. He proved he's fit and ready. He's motivated. I mean, if I had to bet on anybody, I would pick Levi Leipheimer to win the race, which is might sound a little biased since I'm part of Team Radio Shack, but I think he's the clear favorite. And I think going into those early stages, the rest of the riders will look to us to support the race. They'll say, you know, he's the clear favorite. You have to carry the race.
Only one Schleck is in attendance for the gala. Frank Schleck knows that by coming straight from Europe, he is already at a disadvantage.
It's going to be hard to stay up with Daniels and Levi because they've been up in the altitude been really acclimatized. Acclimatized. Is that right?
We're looking at stages of over 12,000 feet on 2 occasions, which is 3,500 meters. Have you ever raced at that kind of altitude before?
No. And actually, you always hit it 12,000 feet, and I never count back in meters because I don't really want to know it. Sorry. So, thanks for that.
I missed California this year. So I said, no, I got to race in US because I really like it and we have a lot of fans and we feel that we have a lot of fans here. So this is the way we give something back and hopefully can stay up with those guys.
Okay, guys, thank you very much indeed.
While the elder Schleck proves to be a crowd pleaser, the one man everyone is waiting to hear on this night is the first ever Australian Tour de France champion.
The welcome you got in Melbourne was absolutely incredible, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's overwhelming. It's
I think that's Scotland glory in the back there.
There's about 30,000 members on this.
Cadel Evans' time trial bike waits in anticipation. Like a race car, his state-of-the-art carbon fibre machine was computer-generated to be aerodynamic down to the finest detail. And with race day fast approaching, every component has been fine-tuned for speed. Now all it needs is its rider, a rider that can harness its potential like no other can. The rider who will once again have the opportunity to prove himself and his rivals that he is the best in the world. Coming up, the world's best ready for the long road ahead when Rematch in the Rockies returns. At any race around the world, you can feel the same energy in the air before a cycling event begins. From the readying of the team cars to each mechanic making the final adjustments to the prized bikes. And the riders choosing the fuel they need.
How far is the Starbucks?
Once preparations are completed and warm-up rides are finished, they will finally be ready to embark from the Garden of the Gods for the shortest and most merciful day of the USA Pro Cycling Challenge. All prologues are symbolic. They serve as a chance for each rider to put the field on notice. A chance to show that there will be a force to be reckoned with during the hours and days that lie ahead. But in the eyes of one top rider, this prologue has extra importance.
You know, I think the key stages of the USA Pro Cycling Challenge are the prologue, the Independence Pass stage, and I think the Vail Time Trial. I think those 3 stages are the race. Why do I say the prologue? Well, you know, it's a little bit longer than normal prologues, but, you know, it's an opportunity for someone that can time trial quite well to maybe get some seconds to play with. It's going to be tough for sure.
As the race gets set to start, HTC High Road veteran Danny Pate will have special motivation to give him a strong showing.
It showcases some of the scenery and outdoors that Colorado Springs has. It's really cool to me because it's only a mile from where I live, and I ride there quite regularly. There's road riding and mountain biking right from there, and it's just awesome to me that I can ride a big race like this one, and it's right in my hometown. It's a mile away from my house, and really I can't wait to do the prologue because I think it's actually a cool course. I'm surprised they picked it. I'm surprised that they chose to run it the way they did, because I think it'll be really interesting the way it is. It's not just your 4% uphill boring finish the whole way. It's got some technical aspects to it that it's really steep, and it bombs into a hard left-hand turn, and then it proceeds to go downhill all the way to downtown. So it's almost a downhill prologue, really, and it's kind of cool because it gives you a little different edge on the race. The same guy that wins that, I would think, is not going to be the guy that wins the Tour. So it'll change things up a bit, put some more tactics in it, put a guy in the jersey that I'm not going to say won't win, but probably won't win. And that always makes the race better when the lead changes hands.
Now here we have an opportunity to, race one of the biggest races in the world with the best riders in the world in our home state of Colorado. So yeah, I'm super pumped. I'm super excited. I think everybody that, either if they're from Colorado or not, are really excited to be here in Colorado. And it's really a magical moment for me to even be at this press conference with these people here in my state of Colorado.
For all 136 who have entered,
good luck, Cadell.
The final preparations now commence.
Theoretically, you can go a little bit forward.
As the timeless rhythms and sounds of the cycling world, ready each for the days, hours and minutes ahead.
Like, it has to be 72 hours. I mean, you can get a TUE, but there's still a 72-hour sit period now.
These are the moments when the road behind is merely fuel to stoke competitive fire, while the road ahead is a great unknown, beckoning both near and far. And the men of the peloton wouldn't have it any other way. To witness unseen images and learn the inside story from every stage, including exclusive in-car footage, pre- and post-race interviews and much more, make sure to tune in every day this week to catch every episode of Rematch in the Rockies. Next, the USA Pro Cycling Challenge begins, here live on Versus.